I just thought this morning I would try and do something quite random. I woke up this morning and I was playing on my tablet and I created this quite interesting little pugs and French boxers wearing suit jackets and baseball caps. And I thought I might try and do something a little bit different this morning. So I've got one of these descriptions here and I've used an arts and crafts keywords, bohemian and cottagecore. So I kind of want them to be a little bit soft, a little bit florally. I've chucked in a beagle puppy, some chocolate bars, some daisy-like flowers, and some floral elements as motifs. So let's have a look here. Let's have the motif scale medium and the spacing evenly spaced. Let's just have it like that. Okay, I haven't got a cut palette here, so I'm going to choose a colour palette. So let's have a look here. I don't want citrus fun. Let's go with delicate florals for this morning. Okay, and we've got this colour here, so maybe it's slightly contrasting, maybe a base, but maybe like, a pastel blue. An AI style, so let's go, have we got anything here? Let's go bohemian style. Layout, I'm going to go with my standard scattered grid, and let's have a look for just for wallpaper. We've got animals or people in there. I always click on perfect anatomy specifically for this. High detail all over print and seamless. Okay, right. We've got our print here. Let's have a little look. Okay, let's have a little look. We have beagle dogs, 4 legs. We have flowers. We have this kind of soft core. Let's have a look. These dogs are kind of itchy and scratchy. They're quite fun. We have some chocolate bars. And here we go. This is kind of cute, but the colours are quite boring. Get into the gradient studio and see if we can do something about this. Right. Okay. Right. So we've got some nice little pattern of touch. Okay. Right. Let's bring this across here a little bit more. And let's bring this with a type this. That's lovely. That is. Make it slightly deeper. There we go. I'm fairly happy with that. I think the outlines could just be a little bit tighter. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's the business, isn't it? Right. Okay. We're going to keep that and I'm going to analyze that and save that to cloud. Right. So last 30 items. That's slightly faster reload. Let's have a look at this now. There we go. I've got a nice little pattern in here. Chocolate bars, cottage core, daisy-like flowers. Fantastic. Right. Again, I think I might add a slight little texture to this. Let's have a little look at what we've got. You know what? I'm quite liking this classic denim just because it gives it that slightly, just a very soft little touch. If you can see that there, I can pan it up and down. I just feel like you can just see that scale, the intensity. I don't want to make it too much because otherwise it darkens it. Let's have a look at that. If you can see that, it gives it a really soft fabric-like, it slightly blurs the edges, which I really like here. Right, I'm going to keep that. Excellent. It's a random little design. Why not? Sure, I hit that. Right, let's have a look at the mock-ups. Oh, I've made some fantastic new mock-ups. Let's have a look at these. Nice little trainers. Oh, look at, should we adjust the scale of these? Do we want a small pattern? No, let's, when people wear them, they want to be able to see those. Look at those. That nice little blue that I left in was actually, looks quite nice with that as well. Let's have a look. We don't want to tilt it. Shadows, light. It's little 4. Nice little book. I want to rotate this maybe slightly, so it's put it around. Let's just touch it there. I'm going to scale down a little bit. The book's a little nice little notepad. It's a glossy touch. There we go. Look at that. It's quite nice, isn't it? Perspective wise, do I want to tilt this a little bit? So look, that's better. Okay, well, I'm going to lock that default in there. That's quite cool. Right. Still 5. What we got here now? Oh, a little buffet. That's quite nice. Good, good. The darkness and shadows look nice for that. Slightly lighter, actually. Nice kind of. Right. Works nicely. Right. Pattern, but let's have a little look. I mean, some things work on clothes, some things work. I mean, these look great on trainers, I think. Okay, right. Let's scale this around a little bit. Just playing with the and the temperature. Okay. I'm looking at these. I actually think these could be a little bit more contrasty, but they kind of look nice. It's almost like a camouflage pattern from a distance, a kind of mottled effect. Defaults and export to cloud. Right, and there we go. It's going to save them now that I can use for social media. Not the most exciting of designs, but I just thought I would have a little play around this morning just to show you, the simplicity of using the app. And all these amazing new mock-ups that I made yesterday, these buffets, these books and these trainers. I've been testing this app for like the last 6 months. I've got this kind of grinning man in a suit, which I actually love. I actually love the mock-up, but I see it every time I'm practicing my generations and practicing my mock-ups. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Let's go with a little bit more diversity and some different types of designs just to see how they look actually. Always nice to change things up. Right, so what I've got here now, look, I'm going to go back to my image viewer. I'm going to go to my social studio. And in here, I'm going to load Vault. And I'm going to Virtual Campaign Studio. And I've got some of these images that I want to use for an Instagram post. So I'm going to go to Instagram Square. Click on the master one, and I'm going to leave that chair out. I'm going to take the buffet one I like. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. I'm going to add the tagline, apply branding watermark. Again, if you're a premium user, enterprise or professional, you can apply a watermark to preserve your fabrics and designs. Okay, right. So I've exported it. It's popped up here. Right, so I've downloaded these, and what you'll have, the 6 images that I've created now. I mean, if you click on any one of these asset captions, it will tell you effort, elegance, seamless, bohemian chic. It gives you some marketing. It gives you the hashtags if you want. Right, so what I'm going to do is just drag this, copy this, and click off this. Right, so there, I'm going to go out of this now. Okay, so now I'm on my Instagram. What I'm going to do is click on a create. I'm going to create a post, and I'm campaign squares, and here are the 6 assets. I'm going to now open those into there, and here we go. So let's have a look. Effort, elegance, seamless, bohemian chic, and there we go. Right, we don't need to crop those. I think I could play around with some adjustments here. Maybe drop a little vignette in there to boost it. No, we can have a vignette on this because will make the fabric look weird. Just a touch on here. Okay, right, so go to next. And this is where I copied and pasted my information. Now, I would always kind of read through this just to make sure. Okay, and I haven't had to think about any of these. Again, you can switch these in or out as you like. Okay, right. I'm just going to click to share. And what might have taken you half a day to come up with a design, then to add all the social media and to think about the titles, you can do relatively easy. Now, not only for Instagram, you can put that onto Facebook, you can put it onto Pinterest, you can drop it into Spoonflower or Pattern Bank or any other social media that you like. It copies the text and everything for you. And here we go. Right, let's have a little look. And there we go. So next year, effort, elegance. And then people can just ping through this, have a little look. If they like it, I haven't got my website on there, but you can have a little look there. If you go to sonextyear.online, I'll be fully updated. It's looking pretty fresh at the moment. All right, there we go. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time to watch. We are launching on June 14th. First 100 customers get 50% off for the first month.